Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a renovation or remodeling, however you want to call it, of the 920 Medina Studios apartment. You can spot my sim out there in the, not really the corner, but right there on screen. I first moved here and I used the original floor plan. I just changed the wallpaper, obviously changed the furniture too, removed I think it was originally haunted, like it had that feature that it was, but I removed that because I did not want to deal with that. Anyway, I wanted to change it up a little bit, or a lot. So basically I just bulldozed the entire apartment, and so it got rid of the walls. For some reason it kept the old wallpaper colors, as in from even before I remodeled it the first time. As you can see, I do make it a lot more open, as soon as you open the door it's just, you know, living space, dining area, and then the kitchen to the left, and then the only wall across from the door is to separate the bedroom and obviously the bathroom. You can put a second bedroom in this if you decide to download this build. It is just a tinier room, I would say, but since my sim lives alone, I didn't think I needed another bedroom, and instead I made it like a home office for her. And instead of separating it with a door that you can close, I just used an archway to kind of continue that open space. Yeah, I really liked how it turned out. At first I was, obviously it's not in the video, I did cut out the earlier portion of when I was trying to figure out the floor plan. At first I was going to stick to kind of like how it was in the beginning, where it's a hallway with the doors to the bedrooms on the side, but I don't know, I didn't like it. I felt like it was too cramped. I really like this like more open, just larger space in general. So as you can see, there's a 3x2 room over on the left, and that is the laundry area, because I love I love the realism of having that. Like, I know not a lot of apartments have a separate area for doing the laundry. I feel like most apartment buildings would have like their own laundromat, but I don't know, I would much prefer I had my own machine in my apartment or my house, and so I did that. And then over further to the side is the kitchen area, and what else is there to say? This, I didn't realize how high or how tall the walls were until I actually tried to put the exhaust fan on top of the stove. I was just like, gosh, I thought these were just like the medium-sized wall height, but apparently it was the tallest. So, but I mean, it works out. It makes the space look bigger than it actually is, because of how high the ceilings are, and it's pretty. I like it. I would rather have high ceilings, honestly. So yeah, where that desk is right now, it can be a second bedroom. It is a lot smaller than the master bedroom, but you can move stuff around if you want, or however you do it, or you can just, I don't know, remodel it yourself. Excuse me. Originally when I started furnishing this, again, it's not in the video, I was going for more of a like light wood and light wood and just like neutral colors, and neutral meaning like nude colors. And then for some reason I saw my sim and I was like, would she be the kind of sim that would like light wood and nude colors? And I was like, no, she'd definitely be a darker wood, more like grays and dark blues. And that's how I ended up furnishing this place. I recently got the vintage glamour stuff pack. Finally got what's it called, the vanity. I'm so excited. I was so excited. It was one of the first things I put in this room, I think. Or not, never mind. I think after the bed it's what I put next. But I don't know. I'm just I was so excited because I've always wanted my own vanity too. And if I can't have my own vanity, then my sim surely can. So yeah, even her room is very dark. Well, not too dark. I would think it's still, the dark woods, the gray, the black vanity, but it's still a pretty open space. So I don't think the colors darken up the room too much, even with the wallpaper that I put later on, which is gray, like a lighter gray. I wish we had more of those. I was able to type it up and search for it, but I can't remember what it's called. An ottoman? Ottoman? I don't. Anyway, that thing. I wish we had more choices, but I kind of liked how there was one that I really liked the look of, the one with the books under it, but it looked a little too modern for me and just this build in general, and so I stuck to this one, this cushiony looking one. Obviously I'm really bad at descriptions. It's horrible. I'm horrible at it. I tried using that exposed brick wallpaper again, just because I'm sure at this point I love that detail, but it was a little too bright for this build, and so I decided to do something else. I do put wood paneling instead. I put a whole bunch on the wall for now just to see which one I like the best and what color I liked, but I was I think with the wall, the one I was really sure of was the tile on that side of the kitchen. I was thinking of copying the floors from the main area outside, but I ended up using these ones with the wider or like bigger planks of wood. And then yeah, I think I end up settling on that one. I do go back to the kitchen and change the wall again to I think it was just concrete, so it looked rougher. You can't really tell the difference, but I feel like at this point you all know too that I really like using those mirrors to kind of make a space look bigger than it actually is. So there's that on just that one side in the kitchen, and then I put more in the living area right by where the archway is. What else is there to say? I think this is a pretty short video, or at least not as long as my other videos have been, so this is good. It's refreshing to have a shorter video or one that's not like 30 minutes long. I feel like my previous ones have been about that long. This one I would say would be at around 20 minutes? I don't know. As usual, we have to have that bin in the kitchen. I do believe I put a smaller bin. I think I just missed it. I put a smaller bin in the bathroom. Like I just sized one of it. I just sized one of the bins down. I feel like I just have to have one in there, even though technically the sim doesn't even use a bin in the bathroom, but I like having it there. I'm obsessed with these lights, and I tried to kind of make a design with them on above the dining area, but in the end I just decided to use the lights all throughout the apartment in a kind of like a die, if there were like a die pattern. There's 5 of them, and then I just put another one on top of the dining table. I just feel like it's always a nice thing to have on top. There's a punching bag in the corner because this sim living here she's a senior detective now, I think. I'm not quite sure. I don't even remember. I just know that she's doing the detective career, and she needs to stay active, and she had a punching bag in her old apartment, so okay, it sticks. I mean, it stays. And then obviously you saw the excuse me, there's a treadmill in the study area as well. And then here comes the mirrors, and I end up, at first I was just gonna do it like just one kind of cutting off the wall, but I decided to just do it the entire length of the wall. I felt like it looked nicer that way, not too empty, not too much open wall space. Yeah. You'll notice I didn't clutter the place up too much. I just feel like she's a neat person, and actually the sim does have that trait too, and so I feel like there just wouldn't be too much clutter around. I mean, a little bit, just enough to make it seem like she comes home at least from work. Yeah, there's some builds where I feel like having more clutter makes it look nicer, but then there are some also that I think having just a little bit is nice too. Mostly I'm just saying that because I suck at cluttering the place up. Like I just run out of ideas, and I don't know. And also just because I'm really bad at like moving them around. I just recently learned that you don't have to use the 9 and 0 to raise them to a proper height. You can always, if they're supposed to be on top of a counter or on top of a shelf, you can always just move it elsewhere, like the surface, and then when you grab the clutter item or whatever, you move it and it will still stay in the same height. I just realized that now after watching a couple of YouTubers and their speed builds. Isn't that funny? I always learn something new. So yeah, I lost my train of thought, but you'll notice that I use a lot of, not a lot, but there's multiple plants in this home, and I've found that lately I enjoy putting not just like one in a corner, but I'll put like 2, like that cactus. I think the other one's a cactus too, isn't it? A cacti, like that. Like I like having more than one sometimes in a corner. Like I'll do 2, maybe even 3. And I don't know, I like the way it looks. It's probably something I would do in real life too if I could properly take care of my plants. And then to fill up the wall space, I do use paintings, not of like more of abstract paintings, I guess, instead of of an actual like landscape or seascape. I just feel like suited. I just feel like it fits the style of the apartment better to have it to have abstract paintings instead of, you know, actual places. So I decided to put those mirrors on top of the archway as well, and then to kind of separate it from, or make it, I don't know, just to kind of put that little barrier between the mirrors and the wall. I put that column, and it's exactly in line with the column we have by the kitchen, so that worked out. I always put that camera or a camera somewhere in the house, I feel like, just because I also have my camera lying around just all over the place. But yeah, that suddenly reminded me of an idea I had for a sim, so maybe I'll do that next. But a friend of mine who is also a YouTuber, she has decided that, or we decided that it would be fun if I built homes that she designed. So she sent me 3 pictures now of like home challenges, or like just a build challenge, and that's probably what my next video is going to be, like the first of the drawings that she made, or maybe even the tree house I built. It depends. I did this one first because it was quick, it was easy, and frankly I needed a bit of a break from the bigger builds. But we're almost done. I'm starting to think now maybe I should have put like more storage in the bathroom, like places to put towels and stuff. I don't know. And of course, always have to have the hand soap and the paper towels by the sink. I think after this, I don't think there's anything major I do anymore after this. I'm just decorating the apartment up. I also just realized after putting those mirrors that even when you have the walls down, it does block your view of the office, but it's okay. You can always just turn the camera around, right? But yeah, that's it. I think up next we have just screenshots. Yep. So that's the living space. For some reason, the what do you call these? The lights weren't showing in this, but there's a screenshot later on with the mirrors, and you can see the lights hanging down, which is, I don't know. I thought it was weird, but I couldn't figure out how to fix it. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching too. I will see you in the next video. Bye!